guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna learn how to add two numbers in C. Now, when we talk about adding numbers, for example, 5 and 10, what would the sum be? You're right, it's 15, right? So when we say 15, we need to store it in a variable, in a container, let's suppose. And let's suppose we need to store 5 into a separate container and 10 into a separate container, as well as the result into a separate container. So we're going to be needing 1, 2, and 3. So 3 containers. Such kind of containers we call in C variables. Variables help us store numbers. And when we talk about variables, what kind of variables will we be needing? Will we be needing something that stores text or something that stores numbers? We will be needing something that stores numbers. Hence, we are going to be needing integer variables. So when we declare such variables, we're going to use a specific keyword called int. All right, so let's get started. I'm using GDB Online Debugger or compiler here. So let's write the code from the very beginning. So as I've already discussed the significance of int main, I hope you guys know that. So now I'm going to be declaring the variables. We can suppose the variables as A, B, C, or D. Usually a character is written in the beginning. We can write A and this character. Sorry, this. However, we're going to keep it pretty simple. So let's write num1, num2, and we're going to be storing the sum in the sum variable itself. So this suggests that these variables are of integer kind. Now, we are going to ask the user to enter two numbers. Okay, enter the first number num1, enter the second number num2, and the compiler is going to read them via a specific keyword function called scanf. Now in last video we talked about printf function. Here we are going to talk about scanf function. So let us start. Printf. Now we write our message. Enter the first number, right? And then scanf, which helps us to read what the number is. We write %d, and then we write ampersand symbol, this one, and num1. Hence we defined it. Now in similar manner we write printf, enter the second number. Now we write scanf %, and we do know that %d is needed when we're talking about integers. I think we discussed it in the previous video, the last video. Now ampersand symbol, and we'll be storing it in num2, hence we write num2, ampersand num2. Now sum equals, now what does sum do? It adds numbers. It stores the addition, the result of addition of two numbers. So num1 plus num2. The compiler is going to recognize this, all right? And now we're going to print the result, and the user is going to see it. The result is %d, right? The result is also an integer. Now what are we going to write here? Sum. You're right. We're going to write here sum. And now we're going to write this last line. And now let's see if it runs. Let's see if we have any sort of errors here. Now under the first number. So the first number could be, okay, let me just stop it right here. Enter the first number, and let me just write a space here. All right. Can we just beautify our code? I think it's already been beautified. Fair enough. So let's see. Enter the first number. So I had discussed about 5 and 10, right? So I'm going to write 5. Enter the second number, 10. Now we don't need to enter anything. This is a program that adds two numbers and gives us the sum. So now the sum will be 15. The result is 15, as you can see it, right? We have written this, and it did return us with an integer. And program finished with exit code 0. Please enter exit to exit console. This is what it writes. So I see, as you can see here, this is a pretty simple program. Now if you want, I can do this as well. The result is percentage d. So here we can write the sum of, if you want to write the sum of 5 and 10 is this, now you can write the sum of 5 and 10, but here's a little tricky part what I want to do. Okay, I'm just going to experiment it. The sum of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. So you're going to be thinking, oh my god, what did she do? So let me just do you this and do this. All right, now let's see. Enter the first number. Let's say we write 5 as usual. 10. Yeah, we did the same thing previously. Now here's the tricky part. The sum of 5 and 10 is 15. Have I written 5 and 10 here? No, I haven't written here in the printf function. However, I have written percentage d. Percentage d is percentage d. And all these things pertain to num1 and num2 and sum, respectively. The first percentage d pertains to the first variable num1, likewise num2 and num3, which is, the sum variable. So that's it for today.